hello and welcome to the new episode of Cosmosseek. And आज हमारे साथ कोई स्पेशल गेस्ट है जिनको हम आपके साथ इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहते हैं. सो एक तरह से ये हमारे इंस्पिरेशन है. सो हियर तन्मय सर.
Thank you very much for bringing me to one more platform through which I can connect to more astronomy and space lover. Thank you. It's good to be human. I don't think that we require any extra things to get noticed by people that, oh, okay, he is into this institute, he has studied this. These all things are fine. I appreciate, I understand. But when you try to touch more people, more lives for astronomy, like, subject which is not actually a subject, it is called mother of all sciences, where physics, chemistry, mathematics, philosophy, computer, engineering, any branch, anything that you think about, and now geology and medicine and whatnot, everything is part of astronomy. So I'm teaching astronomy, trying to learn astronomy since past 37 years now. And I wish that I can, touch more hearts. I can push someone for astronomy as either a hobby or a passion or a career. So that's me running one YouTube channel called Tanmay's Amazing Space, under which we try our best to spread astronomy in Gujarati language, I being Gujarati. There is nothing that I'm finding nowadays where you can enjoy, you can understand your own subject called Khagol Shastra in your language. So this is my small, I call this Yagna, and my Ahuti will be on for every year till my last breath.
Thank you, sir. So it's being a great honor to be you on this podcast. बहुत कुछ हमें आज सीखने को मिलेगा और समझने को मिलेगा कि कैसे हम एस्ट्रोनॉमी के बारे में और समझ सकते हैं डीपली, क्योंकि जो अभी आने वाली जनरेशन है उनको पता होना चाहिए इम्पोर्टेंस कि एस्ट्रोनॉमी कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है बाकी सब्जेक्ट की तरह. सो सर, जैसा कि आपने बताया कि आप 30 ईयर्स से पहले से कर रहे हैं एस्ट्रोनॉमी में, तो सर आपका मतलब पहले से प्लान था कि इसके अंदर आने का, या आप किसी से इन्फ्लुएंस हुए थे?
How sweet. Let me, tell you something. It was 9th standard when we were, all roaming around on a cycle. And those days, the value of 100 rupees was more than something like, 5,000 or 7,000 rupees now. So I had $100 in my pocket, and we went to, roam around. There was one book fair that I heard that it has come from Russia. So I went there and I just saw a number of books. The worst aspect of my that time life was I was not knowing English. So it was just like, Latin and Greek to me. Any book that I pick up, whether it is Russian or English, for me, it was all Russian. But there was one small book. There was an astronomy written on it, and there was a Saturn's picture on it. So I just flipped all the papers and I saw that, oh, wow, very nice papers and very beautiful pictures are there. So I just bought it for $75. In 1981, $75 was really a cost. But then I went to my friend and I just showed him that, yaar, देख देना ये बुक क्या है, क्या लिखा है इसके ऊपर. He said, पता नहीं चलता है तो परचेस क्यों किया? मैंने बोला यार मुझे बस ये अच्छा लगा तो मैंने परचेस किया. He said, यार ये एस्ट्रोनॉमी लिखा है, तेरे बस की बात नहीं है. I said, it's okay. अभी क्या करने का, how to read this? He said, use dictionary. I said, what is a dictionary? उसने बोला यार तू तो बिल्कुल तो अंदर गया. He brought a dictionary where it was again Latin to Latin, मतलब इंग्लिश से इंग्लिश का ट्रांसलेशन वाला डिक्शनरी he brought. I said, see यार, this is not good for me. Tell me something, मतलब how can I go? He said, there must be some dictionary available from English to Gujarati. And so I bought a Gala's dictionary that also I have today, that I bought in 1982. and still that dictionary is with me, that first book is with me. And I started writing the whole English book into Gujarati. The whole year it took me from English to Gujarati. I wrote every word, and then I understood, oh my God, this is something, it's a crazy world out there, and we are not knowing anything. And I, started looking at the sky without any instrument with me. And we had a business in those days, and my father used to go to Madras. Madras nowadays is called as Chennai. So there was a chore bazaar out there, and my dad went there and he brought a beautiful binocular for me, 20 into 60, which even today is so good. So I started watching every star and everything, and then I started purchasing astronomy magazine from a bookseller who never understood what I was purchasing. He always asked कि भाई पहले पैसे दो, then I'll ask from England, ask from America to buy it from those countries, because it was costing 350 rupees per magazine that time. So I started getting those magazines. I started reading. I used to sleep nearly every night to terrace for I think 4 or 5 years, and at the end of I think 4 years or so, there was not a single star whose name was not known to me. I could recognize every star that was there. Nowadays probably I might be recognizing some 50 percentage. Rest of the things are now been gone from the memory. But the gift of astronomy is a sinus to me for lifetime. So I used to sleep nearly every night, living all the monsoon season away. But even whether it is a cold or it is a hot, the season is no matter to me. And I used to sleep. I used to understand what type of pattern, what star, what constellation, every single thing I tried. And in 1986, Halley's Comet, it sparked more into my curiosity, and I started drawing the whole constellation on a paper, and I used to watch it every day. Okay, now it is moving here, now it is moving here, now it is moving here. So starting from December to March, up to which it ultimately lasted near Omega Centaurus. In that particular March 1986, it vanished nearly Omega Centaurus. So those who were not knowing what is Omega Centaurus, when they used to see through their telescope, they used to see Omega Centaurus and considering that as a Halley's Comet. And I used to laugh at it. Oh my God, how people, misguide other people. They are not knowing what they are seeing. But Halley's Comet gave me another, spark that, okay, these type of things are really very important to see. I started a small club in my friends vicinity that, okay, I'll teach you astronomy. I would like to, show you something very different. And the people used to tell me mad कि यार ये पागल हो गया है, पता नहीं चलता ये क्या तारे और चांद ये क्या मतलब देखा करता है. But it went on and on and on. Any comet, any eclipse, anywhere in a country, and I used to travel. I used to see, I have seen numerous number of comets, nearly all type of, whether it is a partial eclipse or a full eclipse, I have seen nearly all. Throughout my journey, I had no telescope. So I never wanted to see through the telescope. It was, like, okay, fine. If you see through that, that is fine. But I wanted to, spread this astronomy to every walks of life. One most funny aspect I would like to quote right now. 1991 I got married and we went to honeymoon in Madhya Pradesh, Pachmadi. And from there straight away I took my wife to Wardha, because there was a second All India Amateur Astronomers Meet in 1992. So grace of God, she loved astronomy. She still, trying to help me out in my astronomy throughout my journey. Without her support, astronomy is too difficult, because it's a nighttime business, time-consuming business. I studied chemistry. I never studied physics. I never studied astronomy, physics, anything. I'm just a BSc chemistry, that also in Gujarati. I never studied throughout my life anything in English. Whatever tutla futla English that I can speak today is only a gift of my astronomy, nothing else. If if I get a cut, then no blood comes out, the stars comes out. So that is the love for
It's amazing.
astronomy. So this is my small journey. But 2001 I bought the first telescope because I wanted to touch more hearts. I wanted to give astronomy to more people, and for that purpose, whenever there used to be astronomical show, observation show, then there are more than 2 3 400 people. They used to come and stand in a queue to see just a craters of a moon. So I felt very pity. I said, yeah, why this? Instead of that, why not to turn the table? So I turned the table in a way. I gave advertisement in a newspaper that if you want to see anything through the telescope, call me. I'll just charge a token money, and I'll come to your place with my telescope, and I'll show you the night sky. And that's how,
That's
I
amazing.
think I might have done more than 2001. Again, very memorable thing. 2001, 17 January, I bought my first telescope. Then I got a call from one NGO that we are going to Polo's forest. Why don't you join us? I said, see, I have a telescope, and I'll charge for that. They said, okay, fine. What charge will you take? I said, 2000 rupees. They said, fine, we will pay you 2000 rupees. Let's go. So the first show, my first professional show on telescope was 26th of January 2001. We started in the morning, and at 8:40, the earthquake struck Gujarat. We were at somewhere in near Mehsana, and we were crossing. We reached to, sorry, not Mehsana, near Pratij. I'm sorry. We were at a Pratij, and we reached Polo's forest with all nearly 30 kids and 3 4 volunteers and all. We were very excited. Today it's our first astronomical, program, and my telescope will come out, and this. Around 12, people started coming from Himmatnagar, Pratij, Ahmedabad to pick their kids back from us. And we asked that, what happened? Why you are coming here this way? They said there is an earthquake in Ahmedabad. They were not knowing exactly from where the focus was. It was not known that time that it was Bachau, that the earthquake that struck Gujarat. And ultimately, we had to come back with telescope in my hand. When we reached Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad was absolutely silent, dark, no movement. And I was cursing my telescope. Bloody, you have come out for the first time for the first program in Ahmedabad, and you struck the earthquake. Nearly, I think, a month or so, there was no business in Gujarat that time. All were, house arrest like. And then I started, giving newspaper advertisement that if you want to see the sky, and my journey with people started. People used to stand in a queue to call me for the show, and 10, 20, 30, 50, every day, show. We never had our dinner at home. Me and my wife, we used to go with a telescope to people. They used to see, they used to call us again and again. So for 3 years consecutive, 2001, 2, and 3, I think I might have touched more than 600 shows. And people used to know me as, substitute of astronomy, like astronomy, Tanmay Vyas. So that was, a kind of a very funny thing, but I used to enjoy that. Okay, astronomy is spreading. It was not my name that I ever wanted. It was the astronomy that I wanted in everyone's heart. And by now, I think more than 1 lakh people might have seen through my telescope, and so many TV, so many radio talks, and so many lectures in universities. And I was a visiting faculty to Sheth University for astronomy and space science. Though I had no degree, I said, you are choosing a wrong person. I have no degree of astronomy and physics or anything. They said, sir, please just sign on this paper. We want you as a faculty. And to your amaze, I was there for 4 different semesters, and all 4 semesters it was jam packed. 50 students, elective courses. They used to take my course. So I just love spreading astronomy, and whatever I'm talking right now must be, I think, 10% of what my journey in astronomy is. But I talk a lot.
That case,
That's amazing journey, sir.
Yeah. And then I was very lucky enough when I went to Canada in 2019. Western Ontario University in London. London is one of the city. They called me to deliver a lecture, and I was fortunate enough to deliver a lecture in Western Ontario University on the 50th anniversary of Neil Armstrong on moon. So that was something very beautiful for me. And since I think 1985, I was collecting stamps. But in that, to more precise, after I think 1995, 96, I started collecting stamps and first day covers on the theme of astronomy. And now I think I must be having more than 700 different stamps and first day covers and all the things on astronomy only. So different way to, celebrate my astronomy with myself.
also, sir, we have heard that recently you got signed up by ISRO as an educator.
Yes. So it was again, something, let me tell you, ISRO, pronounce that those who are, into astronomy and science, they should come to Bengaluru and, try to present their, work, and let us see, let us judge, how you are good in your this thing. I said, no, I don't want to go. I have not done anything, it's just, very small thing that I have done in my life. But even though we didn't participated, they sent across the recognition that we are seeing that you are working so much in astronomy, and so for that reason we are considering you as a space educator in this regard. So I'm fortunate enough to receive such a huge certification by ISRO.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Congrats,
so
sir.
much. Thank you.
So this same kind of thing happened with me when I was in 9th standard. I went with my friends to library, or not a library, a book fair, and they just took a comic books from all the rows and columns, and I took a book more than 400 pages in that,
Oh.
and is known as quantum physics. And my friend said, "ये क्या होता है?" मेरे को मतलब उस समय बहुत इंटरेस्ट था 9th क्लास में क्वांटम फिजिक्स के बारे में जानने के लिए। तो जैसे मैंने बुक उठाया तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स कह रहे हैं कि क्वांटम फिजिक्स और तू पढ़ेगा कैसे? तो जब मैं घर लेकर आया तो फ्रेंड्स ने बोला कि हाँ कोई अच्छी बुक लेकर आया, कम से कम कॉमिक्स तो लेकर नहीं आया ना। तो मैंने उनको दिखाया कि ये बुक है, तो बोले कि ये क्वांटम फिजिक्स क्या होता है?
How sweet.
तो उनको पता नहीं था इसके बारे में। हाँ, तो ये है कि मतलब कि अंदर से हमारी उतनी क्यूरियोसिटी थी ना साइंस को लेकर, और बेसिकली फिजिक्स को लेकर, जो एस्ट्रोनॉमी जो फील्ड है, कि इसमें आपको एक स्पेसिफाइड किसी चीज का आप रुके नहीं हो, आपको अनंत पढ़ाई कर सकते हो आप इसमें। आपकी जो स्टडी है वो एक्सपेंड होती रहेगी।
Correct.
उसमें ये
How
है।
true. This is ever changing science, and since ages, matlab, if we go back to our Vedas and Shastras and all these different, books that we have, they were so learned in those years. I'm very, very, surprised with their knowledge. If you know that the brightest star in our night sky is Sirius. If you go second star, that is Canopus, then Alpha Centaurus, then Arcturus and Vega, and on and on and on and on and on. So even in first 10 brightest star, the Antares star, which is the alpha star of Scorpius constellation, is not part of 1 to 10. Even though it is not part of 1 to 10 brightest star, Rishi Munis gave name to this star as a Jyeshtha. Now, what is the meaning of Jyeshtha? Jyeshtha means moto, bada, someone who is elderly or big. Now, so many years it remained as Jyeshtha, that's all, but people were not knowing actually why this is called a Jyeshtha. Then after, studying the star, they came to know that this star is a red giant, and in this one star itself, there can be 30 crore sun fit inside the volume of that star is. So how could they, name it Jyeshtha? Why not to any other star? How come, they knew this thing? If you look at the Abhijit, that is the fifth brightest star in the night sky. That is a 28th nakshatra. Actually, we have 27 nakshatra throughout our zodiac sign, and 28th is Abhijit. It has been given very extra importance. Why so? Because once it was a Dhruv Tara. Once that was a Dhruv Tara. Now, we never knew that there is a change of North Pole star. Earth wobbles in a way where 26,500 years it takes to complete one wobble. And right now, the star, which is a Dhruv Tara or a Polaris star, will get converted as a routine star, and Abhijit Tara or the Vega will become a pole star after 12,000 years. How would they know this thing? So I feel like, we are actually, probably we are aliens. We might not have been, evolved from monkeys. We might be, kind of the theory called panspermia. If you have heard about this theory, panspermia, where the probably human race might have been, a kind of offspring of some aliens who had very high IQ.
Extraterrestrial body.
Yes, extraterrestrial body. Yes, ETs. So this is also possible, and we never know, right? What happened when, by simply putting 4 chemicals CHON, and you have diverse life on one small 12,756 kilometer rock orbiting very small and common star called Sun, just 13,92,000 kilometer at a very remote place somewhere in the Milky Way galaxy, which comprise nearly 200 billion stars, out of which we are only one. And this island, the Milky Way galaxy, is not only one island. There are nearly 200 billion galaxies as of now. That is what we are calculating. So, how can we be only one in this whole vast universe? That's again, something where we are trying to, contact that beep, 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 beep. Hello, is there anyone? Hello, is there anyone? And suddenly if someone says, yes, I'm here. What do you want? I'm going to kill you all. So are we, asking aliens to come and kill us? Are we asking, some trouble to come to us? So many, waves are being sent by us that, hello, we are here. Hello, we are here. If they will come, why would they, shake hand with us? Why would they need us? Our science is still in a baby stage, very, very baby stage. We have, emerged from nothingness to science in around 500 years, or say 1,000 years, let us consider, not more than 1,000 years. So we have not yet reached a level where we can see anything that goes faster than light. And so we say nothing can go faster than light. We are saying this because we can't detect. Before the discovery of X-rays, was X-ray not present? It was. But we were not in a position to understand. And when we started, suppose 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30,000 years back, when Rishi Muni used to say, I can see through and through you. How did this, Pandu took birth? The How did Dhritarashtra took birth? How could Kunti had 5 different sons from different deities? All these things, Vidur and all that time, it was difficult that who is going to run the whole thing. So he simply look at someone and someone gets pregnant and all this. So these are all superhuman talks and stories. If you remember the movie called Superman, okay, the person who wears underwear over the pant, right? He is a Superman. Now we used to laugh at that movie and okay, wow, 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 fine, fine, fine. It's enjoyable movie, but learn from this. What do we have to learn from this? If you want to jump, if you want to fly, just go to a celestial body which has a less of the gravitational force than yours. Suppose if I go to moon, I can, jump very high. The Krypton planet onto which it is being shown that Superman took birth and then he traveled, he arrived on Earth. For him, the gravity of Earth is so less than its own planet that he could, jump and you feel like, oh wow, Superman, he can fly. You can also fly. Go to a place where the gravity is less. That's all. So this is how, I teach students that try to see all the movies with some different type of, mindset, and you may enjoy the movie in the sense of pure science, right? I hope you are enjoying my
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sure, sir.
Like
my
we are
different
We
talks.
are.
lost in your
No, no, sir. We are.
words. So,
So let me answer something that you have in your mind.
yes, sir. So,
Okay, sir.
sir, supposedly there is a student and he wants to get into astronomy as in a career. So, what would be your guidance to that student? Like, if he comes to you, so what would you tell him?
Okay, very nice. Now the thing is, very important aspect on this. There are so many questions that comes to us that how to be into astronomy. So on my YouTube channel, Tanmay's Amazing Space, there is one particular series that we have made, 26 different states and 26 different episodes. We have tried to touch every university which has either astronomy or astrophysics or something where there is elective course in astronomy that is been part of their course syllabus study. So we have tried to put that onto it, and so many students are utilizing that as their source. Those who are still into the schools, they should try to look up for international projects that are being flown by NASA, ESA to promote astronomy. They can take up a small project and they can do that. That SSLV, the small satellite launch vehicle that just went up into the space, the first one had one payload, that means one instrument that was created by school students in Hyderabad.
Yes.
It was not even college student, it was a school student. So there is lot of material available. Even I'm running one small club called START, that is space travel at right time, START. So I have I'm calling this as a club, not as a course or anything. The youngest one that we have is a fourth standard student, and the eldest one is a 75-year-old. We have various type of people in our club so that everyone can understand what astronomy is, and I'm always open to tell anyone anything about astronomy. Anyone can ask me anytime, I can guide.
So,
So, sir, just like sir, as you say that you are collaborating with ISRO as a space tutor educational partner.
They
So, tell me
have,
something about that program.
yeah. See, basically their intention of connecting with such people who are, trying to spread astronomy to different walks of people. They allow us, those who are space tutor, they can use ISRO symbol to promote anything. Like now we have just created some cards where there is more of a kind of a flash cards where we have, mentioned that we are ISRO recognized space tutor. But our intention is spreading astronomy irrespective whether we have any backup or not. But somehow I'm lucky enough to have the backup of ISRO, so their intention of creating this is uh, not all can utilize their resources to show in schools or college, but we are given a special window through which we can cater their material, we can show it to people just to spread more about ISRO's work, our space exploration, our upcoming missions and everything. So that is a privilege that we have.
So, जो हमारा मेन क्वेश्चन था अभी तक के पॉडकास्ट से इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन कि जो एस्ट्रोनॉमी है वो सेकेंडरी स्कूल के लिए कैसे इम्पोर्टेंट है.
Okay, very nice question. If you look at the kind of subject, don't consider astronomy as subject. If it is a say 11th or 12th standard student who wish to pursue this as either hobby or a career or passion or anything, for them their parents are too difficult to digest the idea of considering astronomy as part of their study. For them, they should understand that physics, chemistry, biology, even now the botany, geology, mathematics, everything needs to be studied properly so that you get the perfect idea about astronomy. Suppose if I want to launch a rocket, so do you think that it is something like just going to a cracker shop and buying a rocket and just ignite and send it? No, you need Sri Harikota, right? What is Sri Harikota? A place from where the rocket is launched. Now for that purpose you need a civil engineer first. Before civil engineering, you require a geologist, ki bhai, which is the good land where such platform should be built. So for that purpose, you need this. Then the mechanical engineer, computer engineer, software engineer, metallurgy engineer. All type of engineers are required there. So for that purpose, if the school students take interest in this, then they know that okay, my maths is good, I can do this. My physics is good, so let me take BSc, then MSc, and I do PhD and try to solve certain problems. Suppose if right now, I recall just 2 years back, there was a problem that when astronauts landed on moon, 12 people till date have landed on moon, and when they worked out there in the open environment on moon, they had a huge problem of the dust of the moon that stick to their astro
So,
suits, and they couldn't wipe it out. So for that purpose, now the upcoming Artemis program is round the corner where they have selected already. Now this is again very good for school students. Just 5 years back, NASA selected 1,500 students, school students, to train them for upcoming 2030 probable travel to Moon and Mars. So for that purpose, they need to train students, school students. So they, choose perfect branch which they wish to, study in the future. Someone takes up biochemistry, someone takes up only chemistry, someone takes up only physics. But ultimately, if you see, suppose if someone is, say, a medical doctor, now don't you think that a medical doctor will be required to cure something while you are going to Mars for 7 months?
so
If someone is, ill, if someone is not well, then you need a space medicine. So a new era has already started. There is a space tourism that has started. So all these things require 20, 30 years of development in that place. If today's students of the school 10th, 11th, 12th, if they look forward to astronomy with such thing in their mind that, okay, not tomorrow morning, but even after 4, 5, 10 years of their, career in education or something else, if they pursue astronomy, then definitely they would take either India or any country where they reside to a different level, at different height.
Okay.
So, like what we wanted to know, one question, my personal question would be that, like after all of this, do you think that India will boom in this like astronomy, and people will start taking astronomy as a good subject to study in, like they take CSE as of now?
Okay, so let me elaborate your thing. That once upon a time, like 1975, ISRO started. But if you look at the history of ISRO, they took very very small steps. But now since Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, has opened up the commercial aspect of space exploration, the ISRO is now at a different level. Now there are so many companies they are approaching ISRO. So do you think that in this regards, commercial companies would not require scientists? They would require scientists. So once you have, kind of love for astronomy, if you feel that will tomorrow India meet to the needs of the whole different developed countries, I am definite about this that already Chandrayaan is successful. Mom being the first country ever to, have the inserted orbit around the Mars. All these things are saying that we have brain, we have, a kind of an opportunity where we can strike if we are given a opportunity. And now the opportunity is open. Not only ISRO or PRL or Space Application Center, but now already there are more than 200 companies, commercial companies, which have come up with different ideas. The SSLV is not made by ISRO, it is made by a private company. So this way we are now, once it was getting completed in decade, has now a span of a year, and in upcoming time the year will come in a month. Like SSLV, suppose if you wish to launch any satellite in urgency, they ask 3 days.
Correct.
You just give 3 days and they can send your satellite to space.
Correct.
What more do you expect from ISRO?
Mhm.
So, sir, we have seen your much effort in the part of education for children. तो आप उन एफर्ट्स के बारे में मेरे को थोड़ा बताइए कि कैसे आपने स्टार्टिंग किया, जो एफर्ट्स आए आपके स्टार्टिंग में?
See, basically, if I, as I said that during my starting 86, 87, I started with small clubs and all. I used to, fetch people. I used to beg them कि यार थोड़ा सीखो ना, learn from me something. क्योंकि अगर वो सीखेंगे तो मैं पढ़ूंगा आगे. So that was the kind of, vicious circle that I used to go about. But in the year 2009, when there was a International Year of Astronomy, I took up the challenge of going to different municipal schools of Ahmedabad. So starting from 1st of January 2009 till, I believe, if I'm not wrong, 28th of November it was, I completed nearly 183 municipal school. I went to jail. I went to Blind Men Association. I went to deaf and mute people. I went to old age homes. I went to orphanage homes. All the type of institute I tried to push myself. Me, my wife, and four of my friends, we used to start our journey evening 5 and we used to come back home at 11 o'clock. We spreaded astronomy like anything in that year, and it was too difficult. In that process, I was not drinking enough of water, and so I got stone in my kidney, but that never stopped me. Trust me, my as I said that this is a yagna. And this yagna, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to put ahuti every day. Every day since the students are not exactly aware about astronomy, so still there is a kind of a lacuna. But I'm sure that slowly and steadily we are right now going to different schools. Nearly 11 schools are now locked for upcoming year for 10 sessions in whole of the academic year. Like from tomorrow, the 1 week sessions in MG Science College I have with students. So there are geology student, physics student, chemistry, biochemistry, even zoology students are part of that club that I'm going to start. Only thing is how you are giving them. Trust me, if I remain so serious about the subject, and if I give my interview to you, then you will say, "Sir, बहुत boring यार, ये क्या मतलब?" So how do I go? I sing. I write songs on astronomy. I sing and I produce it onto YouTube channel. I don't know whether you have heard about it or not,
Yes,
but there is a Gujarati, 4 lines that I sung that સૂર્ય પર તો કોરોના છે ભૂત પર છે ખાડા સૂર્ય પર તો કોરોના છે ભૂત પર છે ખાડા ત્રીજો ઠંડો ગાર ને ચોથો ઠંડો બીજો ગરમ લાય ને ચોથો ઠંડો ગાર શું વાત કરો છો so a kind of a rhyme that I used to go so that students they get interested. उसके बाद में तो even I went to write Hindi and English also. One of my bacha in Rajasthan, Paras Sharma is there, who has also written a very beautiful rhyme. We have made the different cards and see what see मतलब cosmic cards करके. So astronomy should not be taken in a serious manner. It should be enjoyed, whether you are learning through the books or you are seeing through the telescope. When I show anyone the Saturn through the telescope, then there is a jaw-dropping effect. Oh my God, it looks just like into the book. And they even, try to see through the telescope. Kahin picture to nahi rakha hai andar. So this is, something where there is definitely a problem. There are problems because schools are not ready to allow us to, upfrontly teach astronomy to students. But I'll not leave. I will remain in the mainstream. And now NEP, new education policy, has asked every school to make 6 different clubs. One of it is the astronomy club. So I'm very happy.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. So being a part with the podcast. It's
Very
a pleasure
grateful
to meet you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for choosing me.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.